Beginning in about 45 minutes, we're watching the markets opening up in Asia, kicking off the first full week of trading since the UK's Brexit vote. European markets open during overnight hours here in the United States. We'll be watching all of it, monitoring it for you. EU leaders are discussing how to move forward while move forward inside the United Kingdom. Some are trying to take the Brexit vote back, have a revote. Secretary of State John Kerry is arriving in Europe today for emergency talks on that. Benjamin Hall is live in London. Benjamin, I really want to start there. What is a revote of Brexit going to look like?
It's very hard to know at the moment whether or not that's going to happen. There are a lot of angry people here at the moment, and that has to pan out. Most people, though, looking ahead to tomorrow, as you say, the opening of those markets is when we're going to know how this was taken around the world. So that's what people are looking at now. That will be the beginning of a new Britain in many people's eyes, a new Europe. But the focus over this last weekend has been on the protests. So many people furious with this decision. In Scotland in particular, the First Minister has said that she's going to try and block the vote, maybe have another one. But in the UK and abroad, there is a big push now to start looking ahead, looking forward. Today, Secretary Kerry arrived in Europe to help ahead of emergency talks with European and British leaders, and he was really seeking to ease tensions.
The most important thing is that all of us as leaders work together to provide as much continuity, as much stability, as much certainty as possible in order for the marketplace to understand that there are ways to minimize disruption.
And of course, the best way to minimize that disruption is to find a prime minister. We don't have one at the moment, so that's what everyone has to focus on moving ahead. Aris?
Yeah, but there are some candidates who are being talked about. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, just here we are Sunday night. They're starting to come out of the woodwork. They're going to be starting their campaigning next week. At the top of the list, Boris Johnson. He led the Leave campaign, and he was writing an article today. He said the first thing to do is to build bridges. We have to get the UK together again. Also reminding people what this vote was about. He said, quote, the British democracy was being undermined by the EU system, and that we should restore to the people that vital power to kick out rulers at elections and to choose new ones. But again, for many around the globe now, the true test will come when the markets open. There have been these dramatic movements that we've seen since the vote, with the pound falling to its lowest level since 1985, and there are indications that the Asian markets will see the pound drop further. So stability is what's needed right now, and the British Chancellor of the Exchequer, David Osborne, will be saying tomorrow morning at 6 a.m, we've got to calm this down. We've got to look ahead and do what we can. So the global markets are settled, but it's tough at the moment.
You know, it's interesting, too, because I've been watching people in France in certain pockets are saying, hey, maybe they should do that there. I mean, this is catching on potentially. We'll watch it all, but it's an interesting sort of, I don't know, feathering out, if you will, from London.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, many countries around Europe, Spain, Italy, Sweden, Hungary have big Eurosceptic parties, and they will be looking closely to see how Europe responds and if they can follow suit. We just don't know yet, but interesting.
All right. Always good to see you, Benjamin. Thank you.